If you live in South Africa, you are surely familiar with the Pepkor Specialty brands, including Duns, Shoe City, Refinery, John Craig and Techie Town. By promising everyday products at affordable prices and serving customers at their convenience, Pepkor Group has grown to have the largest retail footprint in Africa, with over 5,200 stores in 12 countries. But all that growth was causing a strain on their distribution operations. Pepkor Specialty distributed products from 4 separate distribution centres that were older and not very efficient nor flexible. Having 4 separate buildings drove up distribution costs and also made it hard to justify investing in new equipment and processes for each separate building. To meet the company's goals for continued growth, they knew they needed to make a change. They called on FORTNA to help.
Part of the process was to have a whole supply chain analysed, and one of the outcomes was to have a consolidated facility for all the brands in order to provide us a stable platform for growth going into the future, as well as to drive efficiencies between the brands. So embarking on a project on this scale, we had to look within ourselves and say, do we have the expertise and the knowledge to drive such a project? And that is how we ended up with FORTNA knowing to be experts in the distribution industry and to deliver a solution for us. The one key areas of success, or why we went with FORTNA, was that the promise to deliver it.
The decision was made to invest in a new distribution centre and merge the operations from the 4 congested facilities and take advantage of cost-saving opportunities. But there were lots of requirements for the new DC. It would need to handle a variety of products from all of the company's brands, from shoes to apparel to accessories. It would need to be both highly efficient and be able to fulfill orders quickly without sacrificing quality. And it would need to be flexible so it could handle future growth from future acquisitions and/or growth from any of their existing channels. First, FORTNA conducted a thorough analysis to determine the best location and scope for the new distribution centre. Next, they developed a conceptual design of how the new solution would work, the business outcomes that would be achieved, and a complete all-in business case to justify the investment. Once approved by key Pepkor Specialty stakeholders, a more detailed design was developed. Every aspect of the new DC was considered, from how the DC would operate from a process and people perspective to the selection of material handling equipment and the requirements for warehouse software.
Before the consolidation project, we were running out of 4 different facilities on 4 different systems, 4 different processes, management structures. By going into this project and consolidating, we've streamlined the process, we've simplified it. I think in the new facility we've applied some new thinking in terms of some automation, the way we rack, the way we handle stock. So yeah, I think it's a vast difference from the way we've operated in the past as to how this facility is now being run.
With the integrated solution identified, it was time to move to implementation. In just 12 short months, the software was installed and configured. The material handling was procured and installed, and the workers and managers were trained on how to effectively run the new DC. One of the reasons Pepkor Specialty chose to work with FORTNA on this project was the way the team functioned seamlessly as an extension of the Pepkor team. The new distribution centre was built on time and was within budget. The simple but effective design meets the requirements for speed, cost and flexibility without using more technology than is needed. 70% of incoming product flows directly to the put-to-store operation, with self-balancing pick lines for picking the same day. Product is decanted into carts, where pickers with ring finger scanners are directed by the WMS to pick the right items for each order. And with the intelligence built into FORTNA's warehouse execution system, managers can focus on exceptions and quality control. The DC also has room for expansion as Pepkor Specialty grows.
The project was definitely a success. We actually went live before the planned target date. The project was completed within budget. And yeah, like I said, I think we're flexible now in terms of our distribution solution. We've got a platform where we can grow the brands now to cater for their growth plans in the future, and it gives us a nice stable platform to drive efficiencies and get costs down within the specialty group.
The new distribution centre has transformed Pepkor Specialty's operations. Operating in a single facility eliminated duplicate functions and allowed for synergies in fulfilment and transportation. Worker productivity has more than doubled from 200 to 450 units per picker per hour. And the all-important goal of getting product to stores quicker has been reached, cut from more than 3 weeks to just 1. But the most important result is that Pepkor Specialty can now keep the latest styles flowing to stores and keep their costs low enough to offer everyday products at affordable prices for their customers. And Pepkor Specialty has a flexible and effective operation that can grow with them into the future.
The retail market is tough out there, but we truly believe that in tough times is times where opportunities come. So obviously is to grow our brands within the specialty group, but also to look at other opportunities, maybe new brands out there, to make sure we are even a bigger force and even more better together.